Hello everyone, this is Otaku again on Otaku Approved, giving you another segment of Under the Box. This time we take a peek at the PlayStation 3. Again, specifically how the community sees the PlayStation 3. Now, you know, if we were doing on a maturity level basis of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 would have a higher maturity level than the Xbox 360 in my eyes. Because a lot of videos out there, a lot of Xbox 360 owners out there says the PlayStation 3 sucks. It is not worth it. It is just a piece of shit. It's and I hate it how like the gaming community and all that stuff. It's like and some of the industry treats the PlayStation 3 as the annoying uh annoying little kid that annoys you so much, or that it might seem bad at first but has great potential behind it. It really does annoy me. Like, okay, like I hate it how Xbox 360 owners are like, "Oh, our console's the best. We have better service and a lot more games than the PlayStation 3." Okay, what you're saying is true, but only because they released a year ahead of everyone. Yes, yes, Captain Obvious. You have more games. You have a year ahead to start collecting your game library and start modifying your services so they can be better. You know, like what happens if I started like saying, "Oh, the Xbox 360 sucks because your service, like sometimes your service just goes kaput sometimes, and I'm paying for the damn thing." Remember, not the last holiday season, but the two holiday seasons before that. Remember what hell we have to went through, and I was paying for that time too. Complete bullshit. And what about the hardware problems, huh, guys? At first, you guys had like the Xbox 360 console was the worst console ever on the market for reliability. Like the PlayStation 3, right out of the bat, was a solid, reliable console to have. I left mine on for 1 week, one solid week running, playing games and then putting it on fully at home when I go to bed. The Xbox 360, I'm afraid to keep it on for over a day. I'm Even then, the hardware failures, Xbox 360 is still suffering. Even the new hardware failure, the E74 is on the rise. I can just take it that argument, I can just counter your argument with that. And the reason I just wonder why, like the reason why people say that is because I'll put it under three categories. People reason why people say that because they don't know shit. They think their console's the best ever, regardless. They just say, "Oh, it's the best. Yours sucks." Then you get the people who, "Oh, ours is best because of this," but they don't really give too much information or facts that help back it up. So, and then you got, in rare cases, you got a guy like a person with common sense putting up a good debate on how their console is better, with both sides, giving the solid facts, and like when the debate's over, both of them have a smile on their face, knowing that okay, what I said is said, and it turned out good. That's a rarity. And majority-wise, the people say, "Oh, yours sucks" and stuff like that, and "Oh, we're better because of this," but not really. It's usually the immature people, or like kids, teenagers, and young adults mainly. Like that's the people. That's you know who they're saying it. Like that's who they're saying it as. If I go on here and type in PS3 sucks, I got all these videos on, "Oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, it sucks." Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of it, and a lot of it is you got some of them that try to say it sucks because of this, like hardware details. I remember one of it's like, "Oh, the Xbox 360 is better because it's got better graphics." I'm like, not really. Xbox 360 is easier in development. Yes, it is easier. Yes, they can do a lot of things, but as I'm seeing right now, it might soon be the end. PlayStation 3's cell processor, yes, it is hard to develop games on it, but eventually, over time, you get used to it now, so you can start making great things. Like Killzone 2. The graphics of that game beat any 360 title that I've seen. MGS4 and Metal Gear Killzone 2 are like one of the best graphical games on the console. Like even Crisis for the PC beats the game qualities for what the 360 has. You know, like yeah, there's new CryEngine 3 out for both consoles, but my point is the PS3 has a lot of untapped energy that's not even being used. Like these guys were getting there. These guys are close, but they haven't unlocked the full power. So I'm just waiting to see what the next title could like what the awesome like the game that uses everything. And when people say oh our services is better because of Xbox Live, yeah you got good service. You pay what you get type thing. But I like you also had a year ahead from everyone else. You had to go through the trial and tribulations of that shit, and you added in new features that the party mode to me is a great idea, but it fucking sucks. It is unreliable as the 360 because you get random disconnections, people can't join your party and shit, and it's just unreliable at best. It's like the PlayStation 3, the PSN, they're getting some features out there and they're taking their time. They want to make sure it works. So when it's released, we know it works. But unlike Microsoft, will release it because yes, it does work, but it does have some problems here and there. So no, they won't mind. Just bring it out there. And that's the problem that I hate. You know, it's seriously, ugh, I, the unreliability of it all is just crazy. Other, I just feel like the PlayStation 3 gets a lot of bullshit, and it's really unfair because it is a great console. It just not many people just don't know about it. There's a saying out there that people who don't know about a person, people who don't know about something that's like new to them, they tend to fear it. But in this case, they tend to just think it just sucks. If every Xbox 360 owner had a PlayStation 3, most of them wouldn't be bullshitting about it. And even then, they'll be, you got to give me a good argument. You got to give me a good argument. Because I won't be in an argument where you just keep on saying the same shit you say all the time. So, what I'm trying to say is that the Xbox 360 community is like the main drive on why the PS3 sucks. Because they say it sucks, but in reality it doesn't. The PlayStation 3 is going through unfair times right now, but we are starting to see some really good things about it, and some of the great games and features are already out, and later on, like we will see more. Like obviously, this year alone is a PlayStation year. Like I don't see too many things like from the Xbox 360 releasing this year per se. Like I don't know, it's just the Xbox 360 is running out of games for me. Like running out of games to play and stuff like that. Like dropping some games, all that stuff. PlayStation 3, you got more games coming in, like MAG, 256 players on a server duking it out, and it's coming out and stuff. And then we got Resistance with 60 players online. And the highest that the Xbox 360 console went is, I believe, 24, something like that. But they have an MMO RPG, which can also be played on the PS3, backwards compatibility wise. But I'm not counting that because you got to pay for that service. But overall, just give PlayStation 3 a chance. It's a great console, and it should, people who say bullshit should just really, figure out what, dive into it, see what it has to offer first, and put up a good argument. This is Flip Talker here, signing out.